I wanted to put my daughter in a Christian high school in Canada because my sister had been there for many years. When I journeyed for 2 years, God's call was very clear, go as a family. And I fought that call. It was a very inconvenient call. I was very happy practicing. I had 2 offices, 15 lawyers, not big, but very close family. I didn't know why God wanted me to go there. And I fought it very strongly. But when you journal, when you fight with Him, His answers come as you ask Him, the same tense. And I was very troubled. And that morning, the devotion I read was Oswald Chamber, My Utmost for His Highest. And that morning, the title was, What's Next? And he says this. He said, if you're called by Jesus, you are to launch out into the deep sea. And you are to go. But what I read next really shook me. He says, if you're called by Jesus and you don't go, He will send a storm to break your anchor. And I told, Lord, you don't have to send the storm. I'm packing my bags. I'm going. So I went. But it was a tough time. Because there, all identity was stripped. I had no career. He gave me no plan. I didn't know what He wanted me to do. I had no church. I have no community. I moved there at 52. He was 58. Who moved at 52? Right? I mean, and all aspects of our life which were settled became a question mark. I prayed. I prayed in the bathroom. I prayed in the bedroom. I never prayed harder before. But that was the blessing. Because by being sent there with no plan, I had to rely on Him. Stripped of identity, I found my identity as the loved child of God. That was the most important identity, and I became liberated. No career, but who am I? I am His child. We are called to live a sanctified life. We are called to build community. We are called to work and serve. We are called to labor for justice and righteousness. These are the calling. If you read the Bible, when He calls, this is what He calls us for. So we tend to ask very small questions because we are only creatures. But when we know who is our caller, and we understand that when He called us, He called from the nature of an expansive God, of a glorious God, of a God that loves infinitely and can do abundantly, then we understand that our call is determined by the greatness of our God. So therefore, we must always look up. So in that sense, when God called me to go to Canada, and I fought because He gave me no plan. But by the time I went to Canada, He gave me Himself. He is the plan. And in that sense, we can be like Isaiah when he heard God's call. We can step up and say, here I am, send me.